Yeah, man. I mean, the whole place was dancing.
Word.
I mean, nobody was standing still. Nobody.
No
I'm,
doubt.
the music was unbelievable, man. I mean, the sound, the bass, the kick drum, the people, the girls, the women. It was really unbelievable.
Yeah, after a hard day's work, man, then you can relieve a lot of stress.
All the ladies was loving me because I was the youngest and I snuck all in there.
House music, originating in Chicago, rapidly became the music for the hottest underground club scene in New York City. When I first heard house music in the early 1980s, it filled that musical void in me that I didn't even know existed. I was taken to a whole nother level of spiritual gratification through sound, music, and dance. Although house music and house dance had a strong following in Chicago, New York City had a strong following as well, particularly in the clubs like the Paradise Garage, the Loft, the Underground, the Inferno, and Better Days, where resident DJs like Larry Levan was mixing and remixing classic club sounds that the entire club danced to all night long. According to Frankie Knuckles, house is not a break with the black music of the past, but an extreme reinvention of the dance music of yesterday. He sees house music with a very clear tradition, a kind of two-way love affair with the city of New York and the sound of disco. If he were to list his favorite records, they would be a Reader's Guide to Disco, including Colonel Abrams' Trap, Sharon Red's Can You Handle It, Fat Larry's Act Like You Know, Positive Force, You Got the Funk, Jimmy Bohorn's Spank, and D-Train, You're the One. But most of all, he relishes the sound where the church and the dance floor are thrown together with a willful disregard for religious propriety. Religion weaves its way through the house sound in ways that would confound the disbelievers. It is in fact this love affair that Frankie talks about that sparks the debate and or disagreement that house music originated in Chicago. Many believe that New York City is responsible for its beginnings.
I'm Kenneth Brown, jazz musician today. And I gotta admit that playing my music is great. I play on the trains in New York. But something happened when house music came out to me and it exploded inside of me, and it just took me to another level with my jazz. I was able to mix it with house. I was able to play with house DJs, and it was just great. The crowd was off the hook. We was able to dance and create more dances, and it just took us to another level.
I went to Zanzibar out in New Jersey, and they had a DJ there by the name of Tony Humphrey. And I had never walked in the club and seen anything like this before. I mean, everybody in the club seemed like they was moving at the same time. And the beat was just constant. It was that kick drum, that doosh, 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 doosh. And it was amazing, man. House music is beautiful, man. It really is.
I've been a DJ since 1979. You know, when disco was taking the waves and everybody was doing hustle, and music was just happy music, party music. And as R&B took over the waves in the 80s, popular music had took the top charts. Then house music was like a collaboration of all mixed together. And then there was no special set. There was no special talent that you needed to enjoy house music. House music was caught on quickly by each and every person who heard it. And there was always a versatility that house music had for you. It would satisfy the spirit, the soul. So what I'm saying is house music is not only just playing music. It is actually medicine for the soul.
An intricate part of house music is the house dance. What I noticed is that the house dances today are formulating a combination of break dance, tap, crumping, and right here, right now, I got Showtime, known as Showtime, who's a crump specialist, and he's been crumping for how long? You been crumping, Sean?
I've been crumping for exactly 6.5 years before it hit East Coast. When I brought it to the East Coast, people were looking at me like I'm crazy.
Okay.
I got it from the West Coast.
Okay, so maybe we can videotape you doing a little bit of your moves, man.
Of course. And don't
Alright.
nobody steal my moves, alright?
I
It's
hear
copywritten.
Showtime, y'all. Incorporates the traditional circle, just like break dance and crumble, where the dancers take turns expressing their styles. However, the one difference that makes house dance more significant than its urban counterparts is break and crump dances are battling each other within the circle, whereas house dances are not. House dances are simply taking turns expressing the music through an array of body movements, complementing each other by telling a story through dance.